The Can We Not podcast on a Monday.
Monday morning, what's up?
Get your motherfucking hands up! It's the Can We Not podcast! Episode 60! Let's go! With your host, Evan Combest. And we got my two co-hosts in the building. Let's go!
Let me work it.
Can we not podcast? Can we not podcast? Can we not podcast?
Can we not?
Can we not?
No.
Can we not?
I'm done with y'all.
Can we not?
Nah, you don't work it. It's Labor Day. Woo! It's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, you definitely gotta listen to us. If it's Labor Day, you got
You got
nowhere
the day
else to
off,
go
you know,
other than the barbecue.
Exactly.
Throw us on the barbecue. We're gonna play whatever we can. Yeah, there you go. Shout out to Harvey Leona. That sounds like Harvey. Is that Harvey? Yo, my mic ain't even on. I can't even do my shout outs. It is?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, I can hear you. In my head.
Well, shout out to Harvey Leona. Somebody called him a diet Bruno Mars, and I felt that.
Diet?
Diet Bruno Mars.
Wouldn't Bruno Mars be a diet Harvey Leona? Ah, now we're
That's
thinking.
good marketing.
Yeah.
I'll eat to that.
What are you eating? What are you eating? I swear on everything.
First of all, it's the Can We Not podcast, episode 60. So, once again, it's me, your host, Evan Combest. With my two co-hosts, we have Akai, a.k.a. I didn't write anything for him this week.
Hey, it's lit. Neither did I. I like Akidris
Also,
Elba, though.
We have my Kung Fu co-host. We have a.k.a.
Whoa, wait a minute. Now I'm scared.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's about to get spicy chicken.
Did I write it? No, why didn't I write it? I had a joke for him earlier this week, and I can't. Boo, Evan. Fuck it. Episode 60, but we're in the studio. So once again, shout out to Cresent Radio, shout out to City War Radio, shout out to Jade. She's back in the building from her vacation.
Woo!
Living it up in Texas. Shout out to Tone, who's not in the room, but he's helping us with the camera. So hello, everybody on YouTube, listening on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio's still
Google
in the bag.
Play,
We still
wherever.
secure the bag. We still got
Exactly.
them.
So, so much has happened in the world. Guys, how are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Pretty fantastic.
60 episodes. Wow.
60 weeks straight.
Yeah, man.
60 weeks straight. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
We there.
We are here.
We're old men.
Whoa.
We made it past 25, and now we're looking alive. 60.
We're in rare form.
Nah.
Rarefied air.
Nah. Niggas still bringing Popeye's chicken to the studio.
Oh, well, now that you said it.
Nah, come on, man. Listen, I thought we cleared this up after my weird topsy-turvy
I thought
rant
they said they were
last
out of
episode.
chicken. So Kenneth
Chicken
came
sandwiches.
through. How many pieces did you buy?
I wanted to buy 60 for episode 60. However, they only have 40.
This nigga Kenneth pulled up to Popeyes and bought out the pop. He basically bought out the bar, but of chicken. And I want to ask, did you
Why?
share with any of the other people who were not able to get any of the Popeyes?
I don't know.
So you made the Popeyes fry cook hang his apron up. Everybody had to go home because they didn't have any more chicken. It was like, yo, we out because homie bought it all.
40 pieces isn't
They had
a
to
lot.
break up
Come
other
on.
pieces of chicken to make the pieces.
Nah,
for him.
some of those pieces be looking wild. I can't even lie.
Yeah, they don't look like tenders.
They look like they're fried from like I don't know. Like I be looking at it and I question it. It's like, do I really want to dunk my chicken into the sweet heat? It looks like a rat. Do you really
You should
have?
say it into the microphone, buddy.
I'm grabbing my sweet heat now. Jeez. Go ahead
Why?
and pull up a topic. Good. So many things
Oh,
have
I had-
happened in the world, but, you know.
I asked y'all.
Hey, Evan. How you doing, bro?
Oh, actually, I'm pretty lit right now.
Yeah.
You came in with the all white.
It's Labor Day.
Ah.
Day
Aren't you
off.
supposed
Labor
to wear
Day.
it after? Or
Well, this
before
is Labor Day, so I'm wearing it. You
On
can't
Labor
wear, yeah. So I had to get this fit off. It was a countdown. I had to get it up. Why aren't y'all wearing y'all white outfits? Thought it was choreography.
Why do you want to wear white?
Because you can't wear white after Labor Day. So
Why?
I don't make that rule. I don't.
What's-
Actually, I would love to look that
Yes.
up.
Why would you
I
do
never-
something and you didn't know what it was?
Wouldn't you be wearing white after Labor Day when you upload this video?
No, because it'll be,
Nah,
upload
we
the
should-
video, yeah.
I wish you
Right.
would have wore green so we could just green screen your outfit out. Because right now, I don't understand why you're wearing white. Why are you wearing white? If you don't know the rule, why are you doing it?
Well, I didn't know where the Amazon forest was at.
I don't
either,
know why
brother.
why do we put these garbage bags over our dicks?
What?
What? I don't know. What is it protecting us from?
I actually did write another AKA for Akai. It was a Katy Perry.
A Katy Perry.
I said that the other week. Yeah, that's right.
I believe
the
it.
week where Katy Perry was wilding.
I'll be stealing from Christians all the time.
What is something that happened this week that you gentlemen want to talk about first?
Nothing.
Dave Chappelle.
No. I feel like Dave Chappelle should be later on in the pod because if we talk about it now, Evan's going to talk about it the entire pod.
No.
Yeah.
I was on the
it's a comedian thing.
Actually, let's start with that.
I'll tell you what you need to know, buddy.
Uh-oh.
I
He was on
Yeah,
Evan had a busy week this week.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, if you need to know, Evan was on the...
Why do you guys keep saying that one particular phrase?
Because Evan was on the Need to Know podcast.
Oh!
Shout out to
Shout out Need to Know podcast. Shout out Savon. Shout out Joe Budden. Shout out
Joe
Parks.
Budden is not on that podcast.
Shout out Parks.
Parks isn't on that podcast.
Shout out Rory.
Rory's
Rory
not
and
on
Maul.
that podcast. They're not
No,
on that.
Rory and Maul.
Shout out Savon. Shout out Alex. And shout out Carl.
And shout out Steph, who was never there when Evan's there.
Yeah. What you want me to do?
He seems pretty miffed about it, but it's okay.
Yeah. Anything?
Yes, it was.
But because I talked about the Dave Chappelle thing on there, I'm not going to talk about it in depth on here. And besides,
Because you
it came
gave them
out
premium
Monday.
content?
No, it came out Monday, so it's kind of like, it kind of passed. But what do you guys think about it?
Dave Chappelle, he was funny. I felt like he still had it, but he also put his like, hey, I'm going to drop some knowledge on you in there.
Of course.
I loved it. I love every time he decides to give some perception and insight to things that people don't really feel comfortable talking about, especially on stage. So shout out Dave Chappelle. Good shit.
Like Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock are my favorite comedians for that because they'll shed light on important topics and not really shy away from it. They'll of course they'll put a hilarious spin on it, but they say the things that absolutely need to be said.
Mm-hmm. That is very, very true.
That's why both of them are my top 5 favorite comedians of all time.
Ooh, speaking of top 5, is his most recent special in his top 5 greatest specials of all time for you guys?
Nah.
What about you, Kenneth?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Nah.
It's not it. This special that just came out is not in Dave Chappelle's top 5 specials.
No.
Now, I actually looked into this. Dave Chappelle only has 8 specials.
Hey.
So a lot of them are actually of the Netflix line. Is this his best Netflix special?
No.
No, his first Netflix one, I feel like that was the home run. Like, cause, like,
Which one?
shit,
Equanimity.
Yeah, I think it was that one.
That was the first. It was that one and the Live from the Heart of Texas.
Like that, yeah, that one, Equanimity. That one,
It was Age of Spin and Live in the Heart of Texas. Then it was Equanimity and the Bird Revolution. Then it was the new one, Sticks and Stones.
So I want to say it was the one where he kept referencing the every time he
Red and OJ.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the first one, Age of Spin.
So is that one? That one's his best one. That was the home run. That one I can watch on repeat like every week. Not for nothing. Like that shit is fucking hilarious.
Same. That was a really good one. I liked a lot of the insight he gave, and just he just let it out. That's it. That's all you have to do when you're going up there and you're like at that craft and you're at that level.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. Rare form.
Yeah, for me personally, I rank the Dave Chappelle specials from all of his specials, including the Netflix ones. My number 1 and number 2, you can switch it either way you want to do it, is For What It's Worth and Killing Him Softly.
Yeah,
those are the top ones for me. Then I would place this most recent one, Sticks and Stones, because believe it or not, like I said, Akai would say like I will go the whole episode. So just to spare you guys from going into the whole episode, I'll just say this: throughout the whole week, I literally watch all his specials again.
Oh,
yeah.
Just to refresh yourself on it.
No, just to debate it in my head for me personally. Like, where would I rank them? So went back, did my research, did my homework, and yeah, you could put it between the first 2, Killing Them Softly, For What It's Worth. You could put it whatever way you want to do it. Then I have Sticks and Stones for 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will put actually Equanimity.
Okay.
Then I'm putting Age of Spin.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Age of Spin versus
Equanimity.
Actually, no, I was gonna say Age of Spin versus like Bird Eye Revolution, and the epilogue that came on after the special. I very much enjoyed
I didn't
that
see
epilogue.
the epilogue. I woke up and saw the epilogue because I was like watching in between. But I kind of like the Bird Revolution a lot more, just because of where he took it, like that ending part where he took it, like what was it, the book?
Story about the pimp.
Yeah,
yes,
that was good. Like I liked how he tied that into a lot of different things, but it's just,
and that's the thing about it with all the. How do you guys feel about the backlash that Dave's been getting?
Oh well, the way he did everything with the LGBT, like the joke, I feel like again in Sticks and Stones, it was just hilarious to me because, I mean. Sometimes that's the kind of conversation you have to have.
Yeah.
You have to break it down so people can see it and actually, get a better sense of it. So I feel like you can't get backlash for speaking on something that is inherently there, the elephant in the room, so to speak. But nobody wants to address the elephant in the room. I mean, it's there.
He's just normalizing them in conversation, like what was said in the. Like in his epilogue, when he was talking to the transgender person, their name escapes me right now, but like they complimented him for normalizing the LGBTQ community in his stand up because like without him really doing that, would he really be like under backlash or anything like that? Because that's really like the only I guess big thing that people try and attack him for is just like his jokes against them.
Yeah, a lot of people, and from what I read, a lot of the backlash was like, oh, he could have used smarter writing, and easy jokes, and he's punching down, and
sound like they're talking about Donald Trump tweets. Like, really? Like,
a bunch of people who've never performed stand-up comedy and don't really understand stand-up comedy in its whole. They just see Dave Chappelle talking about. They see Dave Chappelle talking about a topic, and they're like, "Whoa, you can't talk about that." It's like you don't even understand. And like I've said it before, cancel culture is a bunch of people who never supported you to begin with, talking about will never. But again, you went to watch a special just to talk about it, so you're still thank you for the money. It's
that goes to show how people are in America, or at least anywhere where they feel like, oh, he's saying something, I have to have an opinion. I did this.
That is definitely something to speak about today's age with social media, where people feel like they want to be a part of something, even if they don't agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
Where they be like, I don't even agree with this, but goddamn it, if I want to have an opinion on it, I gotta watch it so I can talk about it too.
Chicken sandwiches.
Oh, Popeyes is out of chicken sandwiches. How do y'all feel? Y'all hype? Y'all mad?
I wasn't even that hype over the sandwich. After I had it the first time, I was like, it's a sandwich. It's pretty good, but that's it.
Yeah, that was it.
I don't even really eat pickles on all my sandwiches.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Y'all eat pickles on y'all burgers?
Nah.
No.
Oh, thank God.
I actually don't. Yeah.
Oh,
it's so weird because it's like, okay.
I don't like pickles in general.
What was the ammo?
Relax. Pickles. Yuck.
Yeah.
Patooey.
I'm sorry. I have a cucumber addiction. Excuse me.
But do you let the cucumber dill itself? Do you dill the cucumber?
Listen, that's weird, man.
To dill the cucumber?
Yes, that's weird.
That's
weird.
Oh, that's.
Listen, coming from the nigga that's eating a box of 20-piece wings in the studio.
He bought out the Popeyes and didn't share it with nobody.
Why are you doing this?
You didn't want to feed the hood.
Listen, I know we're doing this for the bag, but we don't have to go this far. You're going to get a heart attack.
You don't have to go this far.
Yeah, because I don't want to get a heart attack.
They contacted me.
They don't
worry, Akai. He'll just pass away and Tone will take his seat.
He'll just pop eyes. That's why they call it pop eyes.
He'll pop out of existence. My constituents. Yes.
Y'all have been talking about that this entire day, and I have not seen this episode. And y'all are supposed to tell me if I should start watching Power again. But look at what y'all did. All right.
Let me play the song first.
The only thing I know is that there's a remix. That's it. And I come from the poorest part of communication with y'all. Why'd y'all tell me this episode was lit? I gotta get to the car and hear that. Oh, yo, my constituents. I was like, I'd love to laugh at this, but I don't know what it was.
Oh man,
y'all
this
told me
episode
not
of Power
to watch
was
it.
good. Yeah, don't watch it. You know what I've realized after this episode? Power is the show I love to hate.
No, it's gonna be
Empire
Empire
now.
now.
For me. It got there for me. No, I just don't watch Empire.
Yeah, I know. The first season
no
was great. I liked the first season because of what they were trying to do. But then it was just like, oh, now you're trying to do this. Never mind. It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's kind of weird to do it season 2.
Yeah.
At least Power waited 3 seasons to be like super predictable and terrible. But now they have characters that you love to hate. Like, think about like how the social media and people who watch the show, how we came together to hate this one character, Dre.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of disappeared, and nobody thought about it until this most recent episode where they brought the character back.
In the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, to be like, yo, y'all forgot about this dude? Yo, he's still around. You're like, oh, yeah, him! Now I'm like, yes, I hate him. I hate Tariq. Yo, the show is so good at making you hate people.
Yeah.
Damn.
So now
the actors, too.
they do a good job.
Yeah, that's...
Because if I saw him in person, I might hate him in person. I hope not. I hope he could be like, yo, it's just me acting, bro. You want to like listen to some Childish Gambino? I'll be like, oh, shit, you nigga, you lit.
Wait, Dre or Tariq?
Both. Either or.
Wait, which Childish Gambino album?
Any of them. I like all of them except Poindexter. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like Poindexter. I don't like the nasally, him trying to sound like little.
He did
little
that
Wayne
in
voice.
a couple of the other ones. Was it
But not throughout the whole entire project.
Not
I am not a
throughout the-
rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does the nasally, but not as nasally.
Not a music podcast.
A fact. My constituents. But in
So
power,
so that line was referenced by
Lawrence
by
Tate.
because
character.
he's running for governor, and he was having like a little press conference type thing in the club,
In the
And-
curb.
in the curb, and while he's giving his speech, a gentleman approaches like, "Yo, I got a question."
He interrupts the whole thing. He didn't. He didn't. Yo, I got.
Hey, yo, my man.
Yeah.
Like,
He was like,
why?
Yes, my fellow guys, we're here to help the
My
community.
fellow guys.
We're here to help the community.
No, like,
I'm
he's-
building these projects, and that's why I want to be. Yo, hey, yo, fuck all that. Yo, my nigga, why your hairline crooked? You look a lot like Lorenz Tate, and y'all not doing nothing for my community. And the homie running with you, he used to be a drug boy, running the corners. He used to sell me work. Man, fuck y'all and fuck these niggas.
Heard all that, and
This is how Lorenz
And
Tate.
the Emmy goes to.
No, this is how Lorenz Tate responds. Take it away.
My constituents. As if he was tickled pink to see this nigga. Like, oh, thank God, you've arrived. I was expecting you 5 minutes ago.
So now whenever a nigga disagrees with me, I'm just calling that nigga my constituent.
My constituents.
I'm looking
Yes.
that word up, so I don't even know how to spell that shit.
CONSTITUNENTS.
You talk faster than I can spell.
Constituents.
Talk about the show. Tell them about the show, Kenneth. Tell them what you thought about it. What about the Tommy and Ghost relationship, and now they have a common enemy? Tell them about BG.
Of
Kevin
course
Mason.
it
I don't know.
would. Wait, Kevin Mason?
Yeah, 10 minutes in, Kevin Mason calls somebody a bitch.
What?
I was laughing my ass.
That's
I had to-
beautiful.
I had to press pause because I was like,
That's
yo.
America. Shout out Kevin Mason.
Shout out Kevin Mason. That nigga was that. Like, I know he's got some big storyline cooking up for him for himself this season. Like, all this screen time he's getting is building up. Like, first he was about to square off with the same nigga he called a bitch. In this episode, it's like, yo, there's gonna be a rumble in Tommy's organization, like someone trying to fight for power. But
Title drop.
what are you laughing at, sir?
The definition of constituent.
Is
I mean, y'all know. I'm sorry, listeners, that I'm this stupid and I have to bore y'all with my dumb ass. A constituent is defined as someone who has the ability to appoint another person to be a representative.
okay.
Yes, a registered voter is an example of a constituent.
Yes.
So to respond with that candor and with that word is such a it was just funny to me. I wasn't expecting to hear that word. But yeah.
No, because he was just like, yo, my constituent.
It was just the way he met that aggressive energy. That's what took it away from me. And then he just gave that nigga knowledge.
And then like 5 minutes later, he's in the dude's like campaign office, like talking to him, and then afterwards, like Tate beats up his fucking campaign manager.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is why the show is bad. Like I said, it's why it's a show you love to hate. Nigga like did some shady stuff, governor, shady politics, and then the guy was like, "What? Why are you doing that? You can't be doing that." And he's like, "Shut up before I fire you. You can't fire me. I know way too much about you." Oh yeah, you know too much about me, all right. He just beat him up. He only two-pieced him.
Yeah, he
just two-pieced him, and the guy was on the floor coughing for like 5 minutes. You knocked the wind out of me. You're killing me.
Look like Stefan at the movie theater.
Yo.
Where's that clip?
When is
Where's
he
that clip?
Wait, you have a clip of it? Fam,
talk,
no,
talk.
please tell me you don't have a clip of it. When is he going to come
Just
on
talk,
and tell us
just
about
talk,
that?
just talk, just
That's
talk,
what
just
we
talk.
should have had him do the last episode. Really.
No, because he
After he got hit, I'm better than you.
Remind me to tell Tone to put that on my soundboard, please. But what else happened in the world? We're 22 minutes in.
Goodness.
Oh my god! You got your phone out, bro. Check the
My
chat.
phone is off, guys.
Oh, man.
Man.
Did y'all go outside at all this week?
No.
Kind
Of
of.
course not. All right, cool. Speaking of Popeyes and the chicken, KFC has now released the Beyond Chicken,
Ew.
the non-plant-based. Well, now it's non-meat plant-based chicken that they are now serving in Atlanta.
Ew.
Gentlemen,
Atlanta.
are we going to take a field trip to Atlanta to try out this chicken?
Hell no. The water's
Why don't-
messed up and the chicken's messed up too. Nah.
So we don't want to try out plant-based chicken.
Nah.
I don't want
Why
to
don't
try
we just
plant-based
have-
anything.
Plants?
I don't want to try plant-based anything.
You heard him. He doesn't eat cucumbers. He doesn't eat pickles.
Damn.
He ain't fucking with pickles. He
This is
bought
the
a bucket
difference.
of chicken.
A box of chicken, sir.
It's a bucket.
It's a box.
I wish they had a bucket because this is looking real like, come on, man.
Yo, if they had a bucket, I would have probably got my 60 pieces.
I can't even lie. If there is a Popeyes on the way, I'm probably going to get some because I was like hungry this entire time. This nigga got a whole box here.
My constituent.
He's not voting for you.
Would you like some sweet heat, sir?
Damn it.
Would you like some sweet? I got you, bro.
You know how tempting this is
Just
to
take
not take a piece of chicken.
Take the piece of chicken.
Don't even. Why are you opening the sweet heat in front of me and putting it? No.
Don't feed this nigga. Hell. Don't feed him. I would just say, just eat your chicken. Ah, you're killing me.
You're killing me. The spices.
How many?
No.
I taste 1, 2, 3, 4,
23 spices. 23 spices. Wait, how many spices is it?
7 herbs and
You
spices.
sent it, fam.
Oh.
Damn.
It's
man.
greasy ass fingers. All right, moving on to the next topic in my phone. Ooh, what
Paul
else do I
Mooney.
got? Oh, you want to go there?
I mean,
I kind of don't. I don't
Get
know.
out the way.
All right.
It is.
Paul
Oh.
Mooney is being accused. You're actually blocking your angle, guys.
Oh, my bad.
Oh
Don't take my
no, we weren't blocking the angle. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Just
Please use that tone.
no. Paul Mooney is now allegedly being accused of sexual inappropriate behavior with Richard Pryor's son, Richard Pryor Jr.
Yes.
Richard Pryor Jr. was later in the week. They found that nigga the next day. I don't know how TMZ does that. How many of y'all even knew Richard Pryor had a son called Richard Pryor Jr.?
I didn't.
Not many.
No. Nah.
But TMZ dug him up, found him, walking the streets of New York, and was like, "Yo, you got touched?"
I have the story right here.
That's a little wild. People going to just roll up on you and be like, yo, you got touched?
Yeah, and they thought like he was really just going to talk about it. He looked like he was on his lunch break from work. Because he was just walking down the street, and you're just like, I guess.
This is news to me. Imagine that didn't even happen to him. This is news to
Nah,
me. When?
He kind of confirmed it with
He
his
confirmed,
body
though.
language of like, I
no,
guess.
no, he definitely confirmed it. So
He didn't say yeah.
what started off as allegations from Richard Pryor's former bodyguard has now taken a very serious turn, which could have drastic consequences. The son of legendary comedian Richard Pryor is now claiming that the allegations that he was sexually assaulted by comedian Paul Mooney are apparently true. TMZ reported that Richard Pryor Jr. has officially confirmed the previous allegations that that while he was underage, Paul Mooney molested him. The claims that began with Richard Pryor's former bodyguard Rashawn Khan in a prior interview that has gone viral. TMZ recently caught up with Richard Pryor Jr., where he indeed confirmed that he was molested at a young age, well before the 1980s, saying that he was definitely under the age of consent when the alleged assault took place. Although Pryor Jr. never specifically called out Mooney by name, he didn't deny that he was his abuser either when pressed by the cameraman.
Yeah, he just kind of like, all right, if that's what y'all saying, then I guess so. But then it was like, do you want to confirm? And he's like, I got to go to work. And he proceeded to
get
cross
back
the
to-
street.
That's crazy.
But if that is true, damn.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not my business.
It shouldn't
if-
be anybody's business, to
Exactly.
be honest. It really should.
So whatever my opinion is, whatever Richard Pryor Jr. chooses to do and how he chooses to go about it, I support that. Because
Yeah.
mind you, he is the alleged victim in all of this.
Yeah.
So, let's not just get ready to band together and also Paul Mooney has been canceling a lot of shows in recent news of this
Because,
but
yeah.
they said a lot of people are saying it's because of this, but his team is saying it's because of health related issues because Paul Mooney is older.
Yeah.
So before everybody bands together to let's get ready to shun another alleged person,
cancel culture.
exactly. Let's just keep in mind that there is the seriousness of this allegation, and keep in mind that there is a victim involved in all of this, and let's not forget to support them and whatever it is
Fam,
they would
get
like
that
to
box
do.
away from me.
in this situation. So I say again, whatever Richard Pryor Jr. chooses to do in this situation, I support that.
Yes, indeed. As we should.
Exactly.
That's definitely what we should be doing.
Also,
You want to get some other sad shit out, or like not?
Let's get some happy shit out the way. Alex Trebek.
Oh,
Yes.
word, yeah.
Yes, Alex Trebek. I'm happy to hear that he's seeing about going back on the show. I guess everything that happened with his pancreatic cancer is like
it seems to be gone. He's in good enough condition to return back to work. And keep in mind that he did have stage 4 pancreatic cancer, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is very, very good news. Also, in other good news, Meek Mill is now free from his probation.
Yes.
He's been cleared.
Yes. Another win for both communities. For both communities. I hope they
The whites
feature
got
him.
Trebek. We got Meek Miller.
Oh no!
What?
Wait a minute. Wasn't there like some news thing?
That's why I
Oh,
They called him Meek Miller. Oh shit!
said Meek Miller.
You can't catch a break.
I know.
Can't catch a break.
I know.
Twitter fingers got him again. Somebody switched it up. Hacked it.
That's a whole fact. Now, in other news, do you want to go? You say you want to say something sad again. So go ahead, tear down the mood.
Damn, man. Moral man.
Demarcus Cousins.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I was hoping you wouldn't go there.
Well,
What happened with Demarcus Cousins?
Well, first off, he allegedly threatened to kill his baby mama right before his wedding.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He didn't. Okay, yes,
Oh,
but
come on. Please don't shoot some bail.
I'm gonna ask you this one more time. Go shoot the ball.
Go shoot the ball.
Can I have my sign?
Go shoot the ball. All right.
Can I have my sign, Chris?
No, he's not coming.
Say that. I'm gonna make sure I put a bullet through your fucking head.
All right.
see, but then the clip stops right there. The clip started with him being met with, like,
Opposition?
Yes.
Or something like that?
and he said, "Yo, you're gonna make me take it to another level." And then he appears to threaten her, which is wrong. And then the clip just ends, so we don't even get to hear how she responded to that. So it's just like, it's kind of that clip right there, which is wrong of DeMarcus Cousins. Should not be doing that. It reminds me of the other night I got into an argument on Twitter with somebody because all these Jay-Z clips going around. People like, oh, this Jay-Z NFL shit. Jay-Z been working with the other side, this and that. Here's all these other examples. Somebody posted a clip of Jay-Z from January doing like some documentary, and he was talking about how in a black household, you're growing up normally in a single parent household with only your mom. You don't have a dad. So any male authoritative figure, you're the man of the house. So any authoritative figure that you get introduced that gets introduced to you, you give it opposition. You give it that defiance, and that action can lead to death. And people like, yo, Jay-Z trying to blame single parents for why black kids are dying. I'm just like, all right, guys, let's just stop taking things out of
The
context.
correlation between
Yeah,
the two. It's not.
The reaching Olympics. I know we're in summertime. It's Olympic season, but
And with gold, we have
social media.
women. Oh, my God.
And he's done. All right. Hey. You did good, bro.
Somebody's got to take the L. Somebody's got to take the L.
You did it for the culture. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You didn't have the guts. My constituents.
My constituents, though.
You got my vote.
My constituents, though.
You got my vote. Yeah.
Y'all do be reaching, though.
Damn, double.
We gonna get to it. Oh, we gonna get to it. We gonna fucking get to it.
For someone who didn't like the double down, he's doubling down on that shit.
I have to.
Listen, there's certain things you gotta take a stand on.
Yes.
And I'm with my brother on this one. That's right.
Solidarity.
Exactly. Pass me a chicken.
I was trying.
Yeah, reaching Olympics. Same thing for Jay-Z. I'm gonna say about DeMarcus Cousins. And the same thing with Dave Chappelle. It's just like, just because there are certain topics of conversation that may be very sensitive and close to a lot of people's hearts, we can't just, shun away any discussion of it that's not in the light of, I guess, positivity and praise.
Okay.
Because a lot of these topics are diverse. There is a lot to discuss when it comes to certain matters of LGBT rights and domestic violence and all these other really harsh, deep, conversations and topics, and controversial as they may be, you have to understand that there's a lot of different levels and a lot of different ways to approach it. So just because somebody is speaking on maybe a not great part of it, we can't just be ready to throw that person and castrate them out of society and be like, oh, we don't fuck with him at all. Never again. We'll never fuck with this person again. It's just like the bias comes out. For me personally, I see it as the bias just shows its head. I'd rather a person just say, yo, I don't like Jay-Z. Just say you don't like the person. Instead of trying to jump through loops and hurdles and write think pieces and edit clips to super short versions because just to prove a point or try to make your point to convince other people, don't convince me of anything. Just tell me you don't like Jay-Z and I'll be like, all right, you don't like Jay-Z, I like Jay-Z. Agree to disagree. We'll go our separate ways. Cool. Because when it comes to these clips, just like the Demarcus Cousins thing, it's like it's so easy to have the natural reaction to that clip when it's only, 10 seconds? I would love to. It's like I'm not in that courtroom, but if I was, I would love to hear the whole clip.
Yeah. I think
the whole conversation.
But that's something that a lot of people are missing too. That these are like mostly private situations. I mean, again, we don't know the full extent of the entire conversation, but I think something to echo back to what you were saying as far as like speaking on so many different topics that we don't really normally speak on, like openly. It goes back to a perfect example, the Carmichael show. Like Gerard Carmichael, like they're talking about different situations from different perspectives with so many different characters, but they also kind of not reach a compromise, but they come to terms,
somewhat of an understanding, with
understanding where this one focal point leads to. Like they could easily talk about LGBT and reach a point where it's like, okay, maybe the moms might not agree with it, but the son has a perceptive or a perception that gives them insight. And it's like you're bridging that gap. And I think that's something that we have to remember. We have to bridge a lot of different gaps, especially generational wise. Like, somebody that's 40, 50 might be looking at the stuff that's going on in the shade room like, well, he was a little over his head, but he was just speaking hot. Doesn't mean he was really going to do it.
And those headlines are very triggering for a lot of people who don't even read the story or look into the situation.
Especially a younger crowd, where they might say like those words, like they might see it also like, oh, well, he's just talking hot. Or they might be like, oh, man, like I heard my older brother or older sister talking like that. And like, and something happened. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, again, we have to connect those boundaries that seem to like come up. But at the same time, things like that, we can't like, it's like, can't be in that situation.
Exactly. And that's why I feel like, people trying to like mock the whole wait and see approach. Let's wait and see. We're like, oh, we can't just wait and see. It's like, well, if we don't have all the information, why are you just so quick to jump to a conclusion? Mm-hmm. Once again, the gold medal in the Reach Olympics. Like, would you like one or two? Whoa!
That I got at least. That I got from that.
But it's just like, I just don't understand it sometimes, and that's why, and especially with the case of Demarcus Cousins, we're talking about two people and a child.
Yeah.
And which is one of the reasons, I know we talked about it earlier on in the show, like in our first couple episodes, we talked about those type of stories, but like I've really tried my best to stay away from stories that involves other people's children, because I understand the severity and the seriousness of a situation like that, and understand there's more that goes into it. There's more than one side of a story, and just because somebody's on the opposing side of you does not mean that they're not there for the progress of that situation. They just might have a different opinion from you, but they might still want the same thing you want. They just might want to get to it differently. It's the same thing with, go back in the nerd mode. X-Men, Professor X, Magneto, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.
They both want the same goal, thing,
but go about it through different practices. Yeah. So you have to understand that and respect that sometimes, that people will just have opposing. Oh, man, imagine if fucking Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was like alive in the age of social media, where like social media would
I just want to say, Brother X, I wanted to
hit
canceled. You up. I don't feel like you're doing what we need to be doing for our culture.
Actually, I feel like people would support Malcolm X because his views were seen as extreme.
Yeah,
and that's how people are nowadays. You got to be extreme or you're nothing. So they would champion that problem. Probably cancel fucking Martin Luther King because he cheated on his girl. Imagine all of that allegedly.
But there is a lot of parallels with those two situations, and I feel like that's something that comes around and is cyclical. Malcolm X was again the extremist side, and then you had Martin Luther King, who was the kind of like the conservative. And that's kind of how we can see society shaping. At least we have our sides where we're like, we want to save the world. We want to, fuck the chicken sandwich. And then the other people are like, well, just enjoy life.
Yeah.
Let's just, go do the things and just take action. But, again, those are the things that we need to blend together so that way we can at least make a change.
Yep.
If we're always going to be on two different sides and we can't see it from, open mind and perspective, you're going to be in the same situation. So leave Demarcus Cousins and his, baby moms. That's another situation.
Let that just figure itself out.
Yes.
Those are two people who are going to have to deal with each other for a very long time.
Yeah.
So, hopefully.
Yes.
In a healthy and positive way.
Yes, and there's a child involved,
exactly.
So we want the best for that situation to blossom however they choose to go about it.
Kenneth has some danger in his hands. I see it. You care to
Transition
share that, brother?
Transition.
Transition.
I was going to say transition, Kenneth. I was trying to put Ken in. I was trying to put the Ken in the position. Right.
Transistor Kenny. No? Transkit.
Shooting a miss.
0 for 1.
Go ahead, bro.
You hate to see it.
The average price of a date in the U.S. by state.
Oh,
of course
Lord.
you'll talk about this.
New York is number one. What?
Nah, no.
Far Rockaway. New York.
Actually, the average price for a date in New York is $297.
Who the fuck is going? What? Yeah. Hold up.
And what's the cheapest one? The cheapest one, I believe, is North or South Dakota.
South Dakota.
With like $22, some shit like that.
$22?
$38.
The Uber to North Dakota would cost more than the actual damn date. What?
Yeah.
Are they eating Popeye's chicken out there?
No,
I don't think so.
There's not that many. They had a lot of small towns out there. So
Texas is $110.
$110. Everything's bigger in Texas, especially the savings. Apparently, that's crazy. Why is that so much money?
Gentlemen,
yo,
here we go.
Are we moving?
We might just have to relocate.
Shit.
I'm sorry, Jade.
This is why I stay
You
inside.
coming too? We're going back to Texas. Actually going to South Dakota, y'all.
Exactly.
Texas.
$38. Yo,
Texas.
Why you hype for $38?
Wait a minute. Are you relocating based on the average and what you can work with?
Bitches
Yes.
want how much?
Wait, first off, how many dates do you actually go on when you're in a relationship? Like, does it depend on the person, or do you just normally give a date or two? Ah, come on, man. Listen, what these states want from me.
From a date. What these dates want from a nigga. So, somebody tip the waiter.
At least get the tip. Will you at least get the tip?
So you brought this up to say.
Nah,
Throw it in, Ken. Come on.
I gotta lob it up. All right, so just why are dates so expensive? Here, why are we laughing at me? Come on.
I'm not laughing at you, but you did come up to the pod with a box of chicken.
That's for me.
So what's the
How much
date
was
looking
the average
like?
price of that? About the average price of something in
one box or
the both of them, the whole meal.
Both of them, 20.
Oh, both.
Yeah, it's about 20 because
Okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. It is a lot, but I think it also depends on where you go and what you're doing.
Yeah,
Seriously. And where are you going?
I don't know. You were framing the question how many dates would you go on with a person?
How often do we need to be seeing these bitches?
Actually, no. You
down
did,
to the nitty gritty.
You did send that. You did send the thing you sent a post that said something. Oh, I need to be with someone who's willing to see me 78 times a week. That's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Unless we're married, you don't need to even hear from me 78 times in a day. Girl, if we're married and we have a kid.
Lifetime. Y'all niggas are generous.
Oh, I haven't seen you all month. What happened?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. What you talking about?
I heard you on Need to Know podcast. What's up?
You don't
with
need
it?
to know that.
You don't need to know that.
Mind your business, bitch. Time to mind your business. Tell you what you need to know. But yes, dates and how often you need to see a person. Do you think that there's a correlation?
Yeah. I feel like it matters with the vibe of the person. And the only reason why I say the vibe of the person is because let's say you're doing something in the world of like media. Okay. You're busy. You're moving around. You're doing a lot. They're in their own lane. Maybe they're doing like a regular 9 to 5. And you're like, well, I can't really get down with that. But at the end of the day, when you guys can actually meet, you make the most of it. So, I mean, that situation might work.
Spend more.
No, not really.
Not necessarily, but some might just to make up for the lost time.
Okay, well, let's bring it to a real example. Evan, you're a comedian. Okay. You're also a media mogul in your own sense.
Media mogul. I didn't know I was a media mogul.
A social butterfly, as you will. An anti-social butterfly.
Yes.
Now, how would you enjoy time with the person?
Go back to media mogul. I like that.
He's got a whole backpack. That's just
I like that. You hear that?
Yeah.
I'm a fucking media mogul.
Let's go on the resume.
Wrong button. There it is.
That's how he makes the big bucks. Okay, so someone in your position. You
CEO.
are COO. You're in the position.
CFO.
Anyway.
You're in the position of having a significant other. You're making a lot of moves. You're doing a lot.
She pretty?
This is the person you...
I'm sorry.
Why are we painting this picture?
I want niggas to know I'm out here. Media mogul, man.
She's butt ugly, but she's got a heart of gold. And a 9 to 5. Oh. Saving orphans. She's saving orphans. Just press a button. Yes, that's lit. That's lit. She's saving orphans, Evan. Okay? And you're doing all you're doing. How many dates would you give this woman? Or how many dates do you feel like you can actually stand?
Now listen, that's called motherfucking trash, nigga.
Do you even go on dates? Do you like dates?
Okay.
That's what we should really ask. Do men like dates?
Do we? Kenneth?
Why me?
Because you don't talk that much during the show, so I try to force you to engage on the podcast.
He's eating. That's why.
I know.
He's
I want the
eating.
listeners to identify with you.
Oh.
So tell them about yourself. Do men like dates in your opinion?
Myself personally, depends on the date. It really does depend on the date. If it's something that I wanted to do or something that I suggested, like, hey, we go out and do something like active together, you know, something like that.
I only laugh because knowing that you do mixed martial arts. So it's like something active, something I like to do. Are we trying to go out?
No.
What's up?
No. I'm not asking her. No. I'm not asking her to square up with me. No. 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 Like shit, if we go, like if she wants to go to like
Muay Thai man.
That was easy.
Good job, you knocked down the camera.
We got him.
But if she wants to go to like Dave and Buster's or something like arcade, whatever, like shit like that, I'm with. But if she's like, oh, let's go see a movie for like the 12th time in a row, why?
How do you guys feel on archery as a date idea?
Archery?
Yeah. Like just like weird, not weird, but non-conventional date ideas.
Like sipping paint and something like that,
Yes.
or like
Axe throwing.
Yeah, I don't understand what's up with you niggas doing this axe throwing shit. Like
At
it's
first
so
it's
weird
a
to
little
me.
weird.
No, they want to be Thor so bad.
I'm so nervous that I'm gonna throw the axe, but the handle's gonna bounce off the wall and shit goes backwards to me.
I've seen videos of that happening.
That's so scary to me.
No, I've seen videos of like niggas throwing it, but it like slips and it like curves off and hits somebody.
Oh no!
that doesn't sound like you're concerned. Oh no! Even looking,
I am.
I really want them to look at that on the YouTube. Just say, oh,
so when you're editing, go back and show Evan's face when he said,
Zoom
"Oh no!"
in. Oh
no! Why wasn't I there when that happened? Did it?
My constituents, please.
My condolences and my constituents.
Yeah, send them both.
Send all of them.
And Kobe Bryant. All of them niggas in my office. Nah, that's just weird to me. The axe throwing and the archery.
Archery kind of seems cool, but
I would want to do it.
But
It's something new to try.
No, archery seems cool, but if she's like, "Oh, let's go to a gun range," then I'm.
I was supposed to go to a gun range for a date. Yeah.
The fuck?
What is that? Okay, all right. So niggas sitting there going around. Yes, that's exactly what's gonna happen. So yeah, I meant to tell you something. This is why I brought you here. That's probably what it was. They were probably about to kill me. It's fine.
I'm not going to let you get the chance.
And that's why we never went.
Take me to a motherfucker.
Okay. In fairness, I've always wanted to do it because it seems like something that's fun, and it's like, hey, seems like a thrill, a rush.
Yeah,
But I feel like the main reason for a date is to do things that, is new and exciting, and you get to experience something new with that person.
It's just archery. Come on,
rock climbing, like the indoor rock climbing stuff, like that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like,
it's always fun because I'm like, somebody like us, we're kind of athletic, we're active, so we go outside a lot. So, I like rock climbing. I don't go outside. All right, cool. All right, some of us do, some of us don't.
We used to.
I do.
Yeah.
I still do it. But
You do?
going outside, being
Where do you
active,
go?
do you feel like you don't need to show my
What do you guys do?
But rock climbing.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you're active enough to rock climb and reach the top and not ignore Akai?
Indoor rock climbing?
Yes, you feel like you're there. Wouldn't it be funny? And like you go there and like the girl
And you
tries
slip
to do
and you
it?
die?
No,
Because that's exactly what I'm thinking.
that's not fun. No,
Listen,
but the girl
indoor-
does it, but she's like
Yes.
not in shape, so like she's not physically active.
Evan, stop.
I'm just saying people
Because I'm
aren't
only thinking of
athletic.
like. Stop.
People aren't athletic, so imagine you want to do something. You're not active enough.
Because I'm only thinking
So,
of one
you go-
specific.
And then what? The person just fucking dies or some shit? They just fall off and died, and you just,
Nah,
you just
nah,
now you at
nah.
home just like.
Ah, damn.
Oh shit.
My constituent.
Listen, things like that and taking baths are very extreme for some people, and you have to understand.
Don't worry about that, Jade. That was an inside joke that only one listener got. Shout out to him.
But I'm just saying, sometimes when the tub breaks, you got to just move on and do something else.
Going off of that topic, archery's weird because I've never felt like I could use that in real life.
So you
I'm
can't.
never
you
like.
can.
So you never
When
wanted
do
to be
you just-
Green Arrow?
No, I didn't. Never, actually. I never like run down. Oh, niggas chasing me. Oh, wait, let me get this stick and rubber band together, and all right, I'll show all 6 of y'all this one arrow. You can't. No.
You can find other sticks.
Yo, do that
That's
for me.
exactly what I was going to hit. Bird.
Exactly. I'll stop that gun right now. All right. Fuck that. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay, let's go back to it though.
Dates.
Okay.
Do men like dates? Do you like
shit,
dates?
We got off of that.
Do you like dates, Evan? I can answer before you if you want.
Go ahead.
No. Yes. I guess you started off.
Go ahead, Akai.
Yeah.
Yo, just go. We'll
I like
yeah.
dates.
I already answered. So
Yeah, he
Wait,
already
you
answered.
said yeah.
I said yeah.
If they align with what
Oh.
you
what
like
I'm
to do.
interested. Yeah,
Well,
that's how we got into the
Very
active-
selfish.
For this-
Very selfish.
For the sake of content, I'm gonna say no.
Really?
For the sake of content.
No, you're not.
For the sake of content.
But you do like dates.
but
I
you
feel
don't.
like you're.
I don't like to being bothered. Just come in, move in with me. Let's just skip all that. Just move in, live with me. Come on.
Evan.
The fact that we
Evan,
know
don't
you,
do this.
we know you, so I know that's bullshit.
Evan, don't do this.
Just live with
No,
me.
no. That kind of might be.
That is me.
That kind of might be.
Let's skip
Evan,
all
please stop
skip
doing this. All
scenarios.
right. So me on dates. So yeah, I like dates. I enjoy them a lot because I feel
Long
like
walks on the beach.
actually that if that can end up being within the date, that's great because I feel like being able to walk side by side with a person, you're getting time to
Has
actually
any
like
of us
speak with
ever
them.
had a long walk on the beach or boardwalk
Yes.
with a date?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or like
did we
through-
enjoy it?
What?
I enjoy it.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
I did too.
You-
Kinda lit. That shit kind of lit. So if any of y'all want to go on a long walk on the beach with
Please.
us,
I live by the beach.
That's why it's called Kai by the Bay.
and if you want to go on a long walk with Kenneth, just bring your boxing gloves
And go to Popeyes.
and bring a bucket. Bring a bucket and some. All right, I'm done.
If you
All
like
right.
Popeyes chicken.
All right, yeah.
So what does
If
the
I didn't
what does the
in the
potential
ring.
what does the potential love interest have to do to make you lose interest in them?
Leave.
Ooh, anything. Breathe.
Leave.
You said leave.
I
Yeah.
thought he said breathe.
I did.
Oh, jeez. Fine, I'll
Leave me breathless? Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
She's supposed to be breathtaking, so if you breathe, come on. Can't be breathtaking.
If you like Popeyes chicken.
No. There's a lot of things these chicks can do that get on your nerves, man. Come on. It's-
Finish your Popeyes.
argue with you for no reason.
Yeah.
Argue with you over.
Oh, actually, that actually goes in tie with this thing that I read. Top 5 things to make a woman lose interest.
That's how he shows he doesn't like the topic.
No, I'm correlating with other topics because we're like,
you're good.
we're not that great on time.
Damn.
What you want? Losing things that make women lose interest: lack of attention, not communicating / being nonchalant, replying to her opening up to you, not taking responsibility, not taking accountability for mistakes, being too friendly with other girls, and making her ask for anything she gives you freely. So, do any of those things?
Everything is yes.
Resonate with
Everything
you.
is. I'm resonating the fuck out of that entire list. I'm like, I can't even.
He's shaking.
Kenneth, help! I'm
Constituents.
shaking. Oh, I need the chicken.
No, but that's the one. I need the chicken. But that's the one side. What about for men? What would be 5 things that we can name? Like, we don't have to name 5 together. Let's just round table it off. Let's just name off.
It's gonna be like 80 different things. It's like 2 seconds.
We should have started the episode with that.
Come on, guys, let's load up. You got your shit. Kenneth, go. Name one.
Name one. Putting words in my mouth, like. Yeah. If you think I'm saying something without me actually saying it, that shit's mad fucking annoying.
I said what I said.
Exactly.
I said what I said. Wow.
Akai.
I got nothing.
There's
I
nothing
honestly
women
have.
do that make you lose interest.
I mean, listen, I can find an interest in a woman because they're a woman. And they have so much about them, so many different qualities. Us guys, we're very
a girl
simple.
that you're interested in, what is something that she could do that could potentially make you lose interest? Lose all that interest. Ooh.
I don't know. I'm still going to be interested.
Lie to me.
Okay, yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, that does suck.
What about bending the truth and not telling the whole truth?
Nah, that's still.
Nah, I think a blatant lie is one.
But if a girl doesn't tell you the whole truth, how do you feel about that? With like, I told you this part, I didn't tell you the other part.
Because it means that you're not.
I said let's go out. I didn't tell you. I knew my ex was going to be there. I just didn't tell you that.
Yeah, you don't feel comfortable being vulnerable with me, and you don't trust me with the truth, your truth. If you can't trust me with your truth, then there's something wrong with the truth that you're spitting to me at all. So, yeah.
Let these bitches know I can go on for years.
Go. Give us one. Give us 10. Give us 10.
Give us 10?
Yeah. Lightning round. Lightning round.
Top of my head.
2, 1.
Straight off the dome.
All right, we got line up there. Boom. We got constantly trying to get me to text you back. Boom. Emotionally trying to guilt me to do anything. Boom. Top of my head. Asking for my free time when I don't have it. Boom, that's up there. Asking to meet my mom or asking to meet people when I didn't offer it.
40 seconds.
Boom. Let me get 5 more. Asking for my money. Boom.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Whatchamacallit? Expecting me to be your psychiatrist. Boom. Expecting me to listen to every single one of your problems when I don't have the time. Boom. Let me give you 2 more.
15 seconds.
2 more. Sexually not being open-minded. Boom.
It's not spitting in my mouth enough. And 10. All right, we did it. Yes. There we go. That was constituents. I have created the 10 commandments.
For me. Episode 60.
This
I
episode.
am not a freak.
Why?
Yo.
Oh shit!
Nigga, no.
I'm good.
I'm done with you.
I am good.
Oh my god.
I am not a freak.
I'm not a freak.
I am not a freak at all.
That's the title.
It took us only 60 minutes to get there. God damn it! All right,
Holy shit.
we're basically out of time, guys. Any last second things that we want to hit on? We said Richard Pryor. Delta's hiring. Leonardo DiCaprio's donating money to the wildfire. Yes. Harvey Weinstein's pleading guilty. Nigga, you going to jail. What is this else?
Apple apparently is listening to
Oh, yes. Apple's listening to us. So thank you, Apple.
Everybody listening to us.
I know.
Because we're on Apple, Music, iTunes,
Yes.
Google
But
Play, Spotify.
the Siri recordings, they're actually giving that back to their employees. They say they've been listening to that for research purposes. And I'm going to feel the way if they were laughing at my voice.
I wouldn't laugh at your voice.
Judge Mathis spit in a valet attendant's face.
That's funny.
What? Why would he need to do that?
Well, we'll find out next week.
Oh, here's a question for next week. Fellas, would you be upset if your homeboy had sex with one of your current fuck buddies?
Would you?
That's for next week, bro. Relax.
Also, before we end the show, I just want to say that New York officially decriminalized marijuana. That's a nice headline, but that's not entirely true. You can still get stopped. You can still get ticketed.
If you have more than 2 ounces on you. I think.
Yeah.
Even under, they can still give you a ticket.
Yeah, you
And
can
a
still get
summons.
fined.
And a
Yeah,
summons.
can
So
still
don't
get
think that
fined,
you could
yeah.
just smoke weed in the streets and it's fucking cool. It's not. Like, relax.
Come on, man. You shot me, man.
You shot me, bro.
Damn, bro. You shot me. I was just smoking my
Why is your dick out? Because I am not a freak. Last thing I want to ask you guys before we get out of here: do you prefer a mate who is clingy or nonchalant? I did a poll on my own thing.
Oh, I saw it. I didn't get to answer it.
Just want to know what you guys feel.
Cling to me like laundry. Make me know it's real.
Yeah.
Y'all like clingy. I like nonchalant, but I did a poll on that. We'll talk about it next week. Also, hearts and prayers go out to Kevin Hart. He was recently reported to be in a car accident, so he wasn't driving. But hope speedy recovery. Hope it's not a serious accident, and we hope for his recovery.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything about that, but yeah.
No, he just sent it to the group chat.
Shit.
Yeah.
Also, any predictions for the week? Labor Day weekend's coming up.
Everybody.
What are you doing for Labor Day? What are you doing? What are you doing?
this is-
At the time of this being uploaded, what's going on? What's going
Going to a
on?
barbecue.
You had a barbecue? Am I
Yeah.
invited?
I
All right,
I
fuck
gotta
you.
ask the
Never
person.
mind, fuck you.
Listen, the
Yo,
person
who grabbing
invited.
the plate? I am not a crook.
I am not a cook,
Exactly.
so I brought a bottle.
Exactly. He ain't bring nothing. Why you taking shit? What about you, Ken? What you doing? What you doing? Labor Day.
Nothing. I ain't got nothing going on Labor Day.
So me and you, we going through the barbecue for a car?
Listen, I gotta find out from the person.
No. So we're gonna be that SpongeBob meme when we get called like, yo, who invited you? All right, I'm gonna head out.
Alright, I'm gonna just head out now.
I'm gonna end the pod.
Yeah, exactly. That's a little
Yo, why
funny.
he grab like 3 plates? All right, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, yo, Tupperware man, what you doing here, bro?
Jeez.
All right. Shit.
Yo, shout out Jordan Sandecki, trumpet vocals. If you need it, 718-847-7434.
And shout out to the Train Walkers. They're on Spotify.
Yes.
They're on YouTube.
Definitely
that is
shout out
Jade,
to everybody.
Jade and Adrian from the BK.
We're shouting out everything
Every
on the
second
table.
Wednesday night at Sylvana NYC in Harlem from 8 to 11 p.m.
It's lit.
Also, before we end the show, Ifty.
September 14th,
The 14th.
Tone the producer, the one in charge, and Evan hosting.
Media Mogul. Evan the Media Mogul.
I
Not
thought
a
it was
freak?
not a freak.
Not a freak.
Really?
Evan,
I
the
didn't wanna-
non-freak freaky.
That's a lot of names
Media
to
Mogul
remember.
and the other nicknames you gave me.
Jetpack Man.
Yes, Constituent.
Constituent,
Come on, vote for me.
Spidey.
Fuck with your boy. I'm out here. You need to know. So,
Yeah.
September 14th, 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. I don't know. 9 p.m.
Tone, what time is it?
9
9
p.m. We confirmed it. 9 p.m. September 14th.
Straight from the man himself.
Yes, East 3rd Street between Avenue B and C, I believe. And
At the world's famous New
New
York Poets Cafe.
September 14th.
Come and hang out with your favorite pod.
Yes, because you.
I mean, it's really.
All right, nope. We're done. We are done. We'll catch you niggas next week.
My constituents.